I've said it many times, now is the perfect time to trade on FIFA 22 Ultimate Team, but I do understand not everyone wants to sit there and bid on players. Some want to use sniping filters where they're able to get players way below market value and of course can make profit. Now, I will be the first to admit that sniping isn't my favorite method within the game, but I can't deny that it is a great way for beginners to start trading. That's why, to help you out, I've linked to a few sniping filters that I've been able to find success with during Team of the Season. But before I do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins which saves you from having to use any of these sniping filters, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap fast FIFA coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic 5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, we will be going through 3 separate sniping filters, all of which I've needed to use at some point during Team of the Season to make a few extra coins. And as an added bonus, in a previous video where I did talk about not trading with Team of the Season players because as things currently stand, there's simply way too much competition. The only way in which I do recommend to trade with these types of players is to use a sniping filter, which we will go through as our third filter for this video. So the first filter that I've been using is Silver Team of the Weeks. This is not a new one, but it is always something that's worked incredibly well. And now with Team of the Season here, it's working even better. When looking to put together a sniping filter, it's good to have something that is broad. That way you're not just looking at one specific player, you're looking at loads of different players or loads of different items at the exact same time. That way you will increase the chances of you having a player listed whilst you're trying to look with that filter. If you are just looking at one specific player, you need for that specific player to be listed. When the market is a lot broader, you can look at a number of players that need to be listed at the same time, and hopefully that should lead to there being a lot more deals within a similar time frame. The Silver Team of the Week method is exactly that. We are looking at every possible Silver Team of the Week on the transfer market. You simply set the quality to be Silver Team of the Week, you find the lowest buy now, and it's normally anywhere between 12,000 to 15,000 coins. All depends on the content for the day. But whatever the lowest buy now is, you'll take away the amount of profit that you would like to make after EA tax and set that as your maximum buy now. Head up to the top, set the bid to be 50 million, and then just hold left and continuously search. The same with every other sniping filter. There won't be loads of these being listed every second. You'll probably get one every minute or so. So this isn't a quick fire round sniping filter that you can use with silver players, but the good thing is because it is broad, there will be players listed, and when they do get listed, there's next to no competition because no one in their right mind is trying to snipe silver players. In fact, for the recorded footage that we have for this video, I went through this method, and for every single time that a player was shown on a transfer market, I ended up winning them. There wasn't a single player that I just missed out on. I won every single one and managed to list them onto the transfer market, making a pretty decent profit. Sometimes it was just a couple hundred coins, but there was other times where players will get listed for around 10,000 and even less. And I was doing this whilst also going through the bidding method. When I go and look for Silver Team of the Weeks, I also set the quality to be Silver Team of the Weeks, and instead of trying to get them on a buy now, I'll quickly just go through the transfer market to see what's available. If there's a bid on the player, I'll add them to the watch list and wait for them to go down to the last 30 seconds. Once they're there, if there's still room to make profit, I will place a bid. I was doing this whilst also sniping, and it's always worked out incredibly well for me as I've been able to get loads of deals. The next sniping filter that I've been using is looking at chemistry styles. With all the packs that's been open for Team of the Season, as everyone is trying to get a Team of the Season player, they're also getting a lot of consumables. Now really you can look at any type of consumable, but I've had the most success when looking at chemistry styles. But feel free to also look at contracts if they're actually going for anything, and also position modifiers. All of which can potentially do well as long as you're looking in the right place at the right time and they're not going for the minimum price. There is some position modifiers and some chemistry styles which go for 150 coins bid and 200 coins buy now. You do not want to be looking at those types of items. In fact, it's impossible for you to do it as part of a sniping filter, but I do just want to mention that you shouldn't be bidding on these items either. It's extremely unlikely that you'll be able to sell those items on, and even if you do, it's going to take a long time for them to actually go for 150 coins on a bid or 200 coins on a buy now, and depending on the price that you bought them for, you're probably going to lose coins, so it's not worth it. Instead, look at the items that can sell for more than 200 coins as the lowest buy now. Even if the lowest buy now is 300 and you're able to snipe them for 200, that's still profit. Not a great amount of profit, but it is still profit. Now, the way that I've been making coins using this sniping filter is to look at Shadow, Catalyst, and Hunter, the 3 most popular chem styles. I'll set the parameters up to just focus on one. I'll find the lowest buy now, work out the 5% EA tax, take a couple hundred coins away for the amount of profit that I'm happy to make, and then just continuously search, with there being a max bid of 15 million. Comparing this method to the silver team of the week, you're able to get a hell of a lot more. If you're only able to get one silver team of the week player every minute or two, with chem styles, you're probably getting anywhere between 3 to 6. There's a lot more available, but there's also a lot more competition. And for the ones that you do win, you're probably only going to be making a couple hundred, unless you are in the right place at the right time, where someone lists one of these chem styles way below market value. We're talking about making potentially a couple thousand coins. But with that, it is extremely rare. You do need to be constantly searching the transfer market and be extremely lucky. The good thing about this sniping filter is just because I'm showing the shadow chem style, you could use anything as long as it is something of value. You don't even need to look at chemistry styles. You could look at position modifiers, contracts, or even league changes for managers. There are some out there which are more valuable than the others. They go for more than the minimum price for their price range. You just need to focus on them, find the lowest buy now, work out a 5% EA tax, take a couple hundred coins away, which you're looking for in profit, and then just set that as the sniping filter. And then the final way in which I've been sniping is with team of the season players. And as mentioned at the beginning of this video, there was a previous video that we released last week where I told you not to trade with team of the season players. And the premise of that video was because every time that you try to bid on one of them, it's likely that you're going to be outbidded. In fact, there's been many instances because of the amount of competition for these players where you do try to get them below market value, only to realize that when they expire, their bid price is more than their lowest buy now, which doesn't make sense. This is just because players are getting hyped up for these types of cards and they're bidding way over just because it's there in front of them. It's incredibly difficult to trade during these times. It's not impossible, as we was able to get some deals, but for the time that it took to get those deals, it wasn't worth it. Now, the reason that I'm talking about this within this video is because the only way it is worth the trade with team of the season players is to snipe them. I would look for players listed anywhere between 15,000 all the way up to 30,000. And I will look for the players that are currently active as part of that week's team of the season. That way they are available within packs. To best understand each player's price, what I always use is Footbin. I'll go over to Footbin, find the most recent promos, which is actually under the team of the week category, but it does show team of the seasons, and then I can go and see which cards are available and their current price. I look at the cheaper players because there's a higher chance that they're going to be packed, there's more of them, and for those that do pack those types of players, they're likely to immediately list them onto the transfer market rather than keeping them and storing them within their club. With this one, I don't try to go for a broad search. You could search La Liga, team of the season, and then find the lowest buy now and work like that, but I struggle to find success doing it in that way. Instead, I'll look for specific players. Nothing broad, I'll get the specific player, type his name in, search for his team of the season card by finding his lowest buy now, and then work out the 5% EA tax, take away how much I'm willing to make in profit, and then set that as my maximum buy now. Because these team of the seasons are active, they're currently available within packs, and you're constantly searching the transfer market, you will find deals. You will find a lot of them, normally anywhere between 2 or 3 that get listed every minute. If you're not experiencing that and you spent a bit of time searching for that player, it's best to move on to another one. And that's the good thing with Team of the Season, as there's 2 active teams every single week, so you have loads of players to choose from. Most of the deals that you get, you'll be making a very small amount, but there are times where the player gets listed way below market value. I was looking at Antonio Adan from the Portuguese league. As a Spanish goalkeeper, he was valued at 20,000 coins at the time of looking, and I set my maximum buy now to be 18,500. That way, once I did list him at 20,000 coins with the 5% EA tax, I was able to make 1,000 coins profit after the EA tax. There was times where Adan was listed for 16,000, 15,000, in which I was able to make a hell of a lot more. Those are the types of deals that you really need to be quick on. Anyway guys, here are 3 sniping filters that I've been using for Team of the Season. 2 of which don't count into Team of the Season players, but it's nice to use because of the lack of competition or because of the sheer amount of consumables which are being listed onto the transfer market. The other one does include Team of the Season players, which is the only way that I recommend trying to trade with Team of the Seasons at the time of recording this video. There will be a point in which other methods come out for Team of the Seasons, but for that to happen, there needs to be a lot less competition. If you do have any questions about anything that we've talked about within this video, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.